My year began with a group project themed around the idea of success. For this, our group came up with the idea of Art Camel, based around the saying, "A camel is a horse designed by committee." For this project, we decided to have an exhibition of themed pieces that would go up every 3 days, and let the general public vote for which one was the most successful. After all the exhibitions were shown, we took the elements of the winning pieces to create the final piece in an attempt to please everyone as a successful piece of art. The next project I did was a brief project given to us in which we had to find the place or space within the university campus and create a site-specific or a piece of art to respond to our chosen site. For this project I was inspired by the artist Slinkerchew for his miniature photography pieces. I liked the way his work reimagines the world from a perspective of a miniature human. For this project I decided to use a male toilet as my site, and display plastic army men conveying unconventional situations that could happen in a male toilet. For this I decided to do fighting, murder, sexual activities, art, and even scuba diving as a contrast to the size of the characters to the site. I decided to then try miniature photography myself in these experimental pieces. However, I learnt they work more effectively once you give the picture context. So I played around with the idea of creating my own scenarios and characters, and used a Spider-Man figurine to experiment with the idea of a miniature human exploring an art studio for the first time. I found the contrast of size between the character and the world useful. Just like Slinkerchew, I would recreate the function of objects I use as props in this project. My next project I decided to try sculpting my own figurines. I was inspired by the artist Gerald Scarfe for his sculptures of famous politicians. For this I attempted to sculpt the people I knew. I used self-hardening clay called Daz, but I didn't like the material because it dried too quickly. So I switched to the clay called Vimo, which was much better to work with. I tried to keep the sculptures within my own style of work, and tried to emphasize the features just as I do in my drawings, like Gerald Scarfe does in his. I undertook the opportunity to exchange work with another student from Edinburgh University. I was paired up with a student called Theo Cleary, and we both liked to draw images of graphic content. It became a quick process for us to exchange work, and the project became a ping-pong game of Chinese whispers, in which we draw a piece that had an element of the same theme from the previous piece sent to us. For my networking brief, I also volunteered to help out at Blank Space Media for their Inside exhibition. For this, I helped to set up the exhibition, and also I invigilated while the exhibition went on. From this experience, I found the dynamics of creating professional work in public areas. For this project, I had an idea to draw people in a continuous line, but without looking at the page. I decided to do this as I am a perfectionist and needed to learn how to lose the element of control in my practice. This resulted in distorted drawings that have a Picasso look to them. For this project I tried experimenting by drawing from memory and also drawing celebrities of the television. I looked up an artist called Alexander Calder, who does similar work to mine, but he creates his work from wire in a 3D drawing. However, I found this to be too defining, and I liked the fact that mine were distorted to my audience. To add an element of control back into my work, I decided to only draw scenes from pornography. I will continue to draw these drawings and hopefully submit them into the Hyde exhibition, which will be going up next month at Piccadilly Place.